I go to clear it and I send it his way, and he just hits the absolute nastiest shot I've ever seen. I mean, look at this shit. Hey guys, what is up? Kabloonchi here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get out of gold. I may not be the best Rocket League player, but I kind of know what I'm doing in gold. So I thought I'd give you guys some tips, since I figured that a lot of people are still stuck in gold and wondering how to get out. I've recorded 3 gameplays and I'm going to give you guys some tips and some tricks to get out of gold. So let's get into the first gameplay. Alright, here you can see me just sweeping around in the back, just waiting for him to hit it to our side. And he hits it, and instead of going up, I'm patient and I wait for it to come to me, because I don't expect him to be able to go off the wall and hit that. And I go and I try to get a pass off, but I get 50'd, and it gets past my teammate, and that's just unlucky there. Not really much I could have done, but let's take a look at what my teammate could have done. So he sees me touch the ball and take it into the corner, so he's doing good. So right here, he should be probably, he should have stopped right here. And he should have waited to see what I was going to do, and then crept up towards the goal and waited for a pass. But as you can see, since he comes all the way so close, trapped in the same corner that I am, the ball gets hit over his head and it leads to a goal. So when you see your teammate going into the corner, you want to be in the middle of the field, kind of chill around midfield, maybe like 60% up the field towards their goal, and wait for the pass. So that way you're close enough to try to shoot the ball, but you're also far back enough that you can get back and stop the goal. You can see right here that I just had the kickoff and I'm going back and I'm going straight to my goal, straight to back post. And that's where you want to be in this situation. My teammate gets an okay touch off the wall, but it could have been better, to be honest. And right here you see me getting ready for the hit, because I see this guy coming in. I know he's going to try to shoot it, and it's most likely going to be near post because of the way he's flying. And I go up and I challenge immediately. You do not want to let them get a shot off. That is the worst thing you can do, because the goal is so big and you're in a car. You have to remember that you are inside of a car, and you always want to go up for the ball and challenge every single shot. So you see I get kind of a bad 50, kind of unlucky, and the opponent hits it back into our corner, so I go all the way back to back post and I clear it. That's what you want to do. You want to go back to your back post, rotate 2 back posts towards your goal, away from the ball, and just clear the ball away from the goal. So here the ball is going to bounce off the wall and go over my head, so I'm going to go back and challenge that guy, make sure that he cannot get a shot on goal, and I tell my teammate to take the shot, and he goes for it, but he misses, and I clear the ball again. That's what you want to do. You just want to focus on clearing the ball and pushing up after the clear. See, it leads to a goal there. So here you're going to see that my teammate gets a really nice pass onto goal, but I wait and I don't go balls to the wall for it. I just sit back and I hope that the opponent messes up and they hit it into the air, but that didn't happen. So I go back to goal, rotate back post, and just wait for my teammate. So here you're going to see me mess up really bad. So you see that turn right there? You see how I turn away from the goal? You want to turn into the goal, because it just puts you in a better position to save the ball. And I end up letting in a goal, which shouldn't have been a goal. So here I kind of do just like a little half rotation, and I notice that the opponent gets a weak hit and I put a pass onto the backboard. Unfortunately, my teammate isn't there for the shot, but constant pressure is the best thing you can do without being too aggressive that you let in a goal. So here I'm rotating around and they end up getting a shot on the goal, and I get the save, and I turn around and I clear it. You never want to take your eyes off the ball. You always want to be aggressive and make sure they get no shots onto your goal. You want to give the opponent 0 free time on the ball. You always want to be on their necks, foot on the throat. So we end up losing this game. It was a really close game, and I think my teammate and I played pretty well. We just had some small mistakes, some chances we didn't capitalize on, and just some things that we could have done better. But overall, I think it was a pretty good game. Let's get into the next replay. So going straight into the next game, we have a very unfortunate goal straight off a kickoff. My opponent goes up for the ball and hits it to the teammate, and I miss the aerial, and it's just a really unfortunate goal. What my teammate should have done here, instead of right here going for the ball, he should have been hauling ass back to goal. I know he expected me to hit this aerial, but he still should have been hauling ass. He should have rotated back to goal. So right here, my teammate goes up for an aerial and he misses it. I get a really good clear and I try to follow it, which looking back at it, it wasn't the best idea because my teammate was still up. He was in the air and he couldn't rotate back. So that was my fault and it led to an unfortunate goal. Just something to keep in mind, it's good to follow your shots, but you have to know where your teammate is. In my case, my teammate was flailing around on the other side of the field and I still went up for it and it cost us. You can see here that instead of hitting the ball as hard as I can, I kind of take my time and I'm patient with it and I try to start a dribble. It doesn't work out, but it's never bad to try to start a dribble when you have time. You just have to be able to tell when you have time. And here I'm rotating back and I end up getting a decent save. I didn't clear it, but I stopped the ball from going to the net and it's still on our side. So here I rotate back post like always, like you always should do, and I get a nice clear, a nice powerful hit downfield, and I go into the corner and I try to set up the pass for my teammate. Straight to him, he gets a weak shot, it's okay. But this to me is the most important thing you need to do in gold. You need to take it into the corner, up the wall, and put a pass on goal for your teammate. It is so useful in gold because most opponents can't stop that pass. They can't aerial fast enough. They can't get to it. So here you're going to see us give up another goal. I go for the 50. I get 50'd. It's unfortunate, but you can see my teammate goes for boost and instead of getting directly back to the goal, he's around midfield and he needs to go back to the goal. He needs to rotate. He should know that I'm pushing up behind him and he should be rotating back post away from the ball behind me. But you can see he ends up giving up a goal. So here you can see we're 3-0 down and I'm just like, this isn't working out. I'm going to do something about it. So I pop it up like this and I follow my shots. This is always a great thing that you can do. If you pop it up in the air, follow your shot, fast aerial up to your shot and put it in goal. Opponents in gold cannot stop this shot if you do it right. If you don't know how to fast aerial, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube. You can look it up. It's just something that you need to do. People don't really start doing it until like late platinum, high platinum. But the faster you learn it, the more success you're going to have because people in gold and low platinum don't do it at all. So here we have an attack and it doesn't work out. I'm rotating back to goal and my opponent tries to go up the wall with it. He misses and I go up for it. I probably should have just trusted him to hit that off the wall. But anyways, I go to clear it and I send it his way. And he just hits the absolute nastiest shot I've ever seen. I mean, look at this shit. It is just so sick. So we're pulling closer to our opponent's score now. It's 2-3. I go for the kickoff. It pops up in the air, and my teammate's going to miss an aerial here. That's fine, but this is what I want to talk about. To be successful in Gold and Rocket League in general, you need to be able to put powerful shots on goal from anywhere in any position. And the way you do that is by saving your flip. It's just so useful and I don't see a lot of people talking about it. I just feel like it's one of those things that people do. Everyone in the higher levels does it, but it's just not something that you're going to do naturally. You just want to flip into the ball as soon as you jump. You can see that I wait for the perfect moment. I jump up and I flip into the ball as soon as it bounces off the ground. This is how you get the most power on your shots. And I see that the goal's open. I know I can shoot this, so I go for it. So here we're in overtime. We've managed to tie it up. May I mention that this is the greatest comeback of all time. Hold up. Run that back. This is something you never want to do. This guy, what's his name? Launchpad 04, you should be ashamed of yourself. You never, ever, ever break a rule 1. That is step 1 of getting out of any rank in Rocket League. Never, ever break a rule 1. He is going to Rocket League hell. So here my teammate gets a sick attempt at goal, and he hits it off the wall. Nice little triple touch, I guess, but I know that I can get this angle, and I hit it in for the easy goal, pulling off the greatest comeback of all time. Let's get into the last video. One more thing about the replay we just watched. My teammate was actually the nicest guy ever. He sent me a message after the game and told me that I was amazing or whatever, and I said thanks, and I told him to subscribe to my YouTube. So if you're watching this, shout out to you. You're cool as fuck, and I hope that the tips I've given you have been useful. So you can see here that my teammate this game is kind of fucking crazy. He kind of cuts me off here, but it's okay. And then he just hits the ball and turns around and goes for it again. And I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of ball chasing, not really rotating back. It's just something to keep in mind. You want to just realize where your teammate is and trust your other teammate. So here my teammate clears it, and we start an attack. We're pushing up, and the opponent just hits an absolute screamer on goal. That is not what you want to do to get out of gold. Alright, I'm just kidding. It was a nice shot if it was going to be on his goal. So this is something you want to get good at to get out of gold. You want to be able to read the corner bounces, specifically towards your own goal. You can see here that it bounces toward me. Instead of waiting in the goal, I go out and I clear it away. This is what you want to do. Admittedly, that was a bad touch, but I was just pointing out the fact that you want to read the corner bounces. Like here, you want to be aggressive. So here, this is what I'm talking about with the fast aerial. Look how fast I can get up to this ball and hit it right back to where it came from. So we're in overtime here, and we're getting attacked, and I clear it out. My teammate double commits. I don't know what he's doing, but here's what I want to talk about. You always want to pressure them. Keep the pressure constant. See what I can do? I contest here and I force a 50 and I win the 50, and it ends up being a great pass to the goal and my teammate puts it in. Alright guys, that's all I have today. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment below. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know if you liked the video. This has been Kabloonchi. I'm out.